Hey,
Hey,
fuck that Gino guy, all right? Go back to Major League Wrestling or whatever, brother.
right here with the Sheriff, the new Heavy Metal Undisputed Heavyweight Champion, the Sheriff, Kiefer Bartek. Kiefer, welcome to Wrestlevlogs.
I'm excited to be here. The Sheriff drinking a Lone Star and throwing lariats. That's what I do, by God. Let's go.
All right, so welcome to Wrestlevlogs, first time on Wrestlevlogs. And how do you feel tonight about winning the championship?
I mean, did you see the match?
Hardcore.
It was physical in every sense of the word, man. It was hardcore. It was physical. Everything was it's brutal, man. You go through a war and you end up with the prize, man. And that's how I felt about tonight.
Hey, man, I was a Ruben Steel fan, but honestly, man, I think you deserved it. You
Did I
kicked
not-
ass tonight.
Did I not hold my own against Ruben Still? All right, he's a legend, a hardcore legend, and here I am standing toe to toe with this man and going move for move with this guy. And I said, hats off to Ruben Still, but there's a new sheriff in town, by God.
Absolutely. All right, so tell the fans a little bit more about yourself, a little bit about the Sheriff,
But what do you want to know?
or anything about you.
There's a lot to tell about me. I mean, are we talking wrestling? Are we talking personal life? What are we talking about here?
Go wrestling.
There's a young sheriff. He moved to Houston, Texas. He started training with Booker T, right? And more on a serious note, yeah. I mean, I moved away probably what was it, January 2014, and started training there at Row with Booker T and all those guys out there. And yeah, man, just kind of made my way here. I started a promotion at some point in time, and champion of heavy metal wrestling. I think the hottest promotion here in Texas. I don't know if you guys agree, but it's definitely in the conversation. So, yeah, man, there's this, fight and scrap and claw to get to where I'm at right now.
So yeah, like I said earlier, it showed that you have balls to go against Ruben Steels.
Oh man, it's like I said. If you go back and watch the match there on the Heavy Metal Twitch, like I said, it's brutal. It's physical. We both nutted up and we both fucking put on a show. And I don't know if I can cuss on here, but I just did. So
Hey man, anything
Bleep me out, I don't know.
anything goes down here in Wrestle Vlogs, man. So don't worry about it. Okay, so you said you trained with Booker, correct? How did the training go down over there with ROW?
I mean, in my opinion, it's probably the best school in Texas, if not in the conversation for the best school in the country. And I mean, look at the guys who come from there. You have people who've been, are signed, whether it be Ember Moon or, the Usos stopped through there, and Brennan Williams or Dio Madden, who's in NXT and did some stuff on Raw. Guys like Gino with MLW, Ryan Davidson, guys like that. I mean, those are people that I got to train with. Hion's doing her thing in Shimmer. Those are people that I got to train with every day, and it's one of those things where you either got to step up or step aside there. And I mean, that's what molded me to be the person I am today, is being at Reality Wrestling. So, love Book, love the training, love Row, and I'm happy to see everyone be successful from there for sure.
Wow, that sounds pretty cool. So since we're talking about like training and stuff, like what got you into like pro wrestling? What got you into training to be a pro wrestler?
I mean, I think like, majority of wrestlers, right? I was watching as a kid. I used to watch WWF Superstars at my grandparents'. My dad actually didn't let me watch wrestling when I was a kid, so I probably did like a reverse, like, oh, I need to watch it now. But yeah, man, I've been watching since I was 4. It was a passion that never went away. And here I am today, getting to do what I love and what I've always dreamed to do.
That's pretty nice, man. And it showed like, once again, man. I'll keep saying it shows a lot, man. So let's talk about first, man. Your first match. How did it go down?
I actually wrestled Alex Reigns. I don't know if you know who that is. He was around the Texas scene for a long time. And actually it was a solid match. I'd been training at Row for about a year before the match happened. And it was a pretty good match. I mean, in my opinion, I was kind of green. And I mean, I was green and everything. But a year of training at Row equates to, many years on the independents, in my opinion. And, I know Alex is doing his thing up at Rocky Mountain Pro there in Colorado. And, I still talk to him from time to time.
Well, that's pretty cool. All right, so let's change how you mentioned earlier. You're trying to get a promotion running through, and you actually are. New Texas Pro. Tell the fans a little bit more about it.
Well, what do you know about New Texas Pro Wrestling?
I think it's one of the hottest independent shows going on right now in Texas, in my opinion.
The thing that I try to do at New Texas Pro, I just try not to book Gino. And so there's just like this weird heat here all the time. Like we're just like, oh, look, there he is right there. Hey, Gino, how you doing, brother? Come in. Oh, whoa.
Pew.
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 Oh, don't take Chandler's stuff, all right?
Pew, brother. Why are you talking to this guy, bro?
Hey,
you're
you
cool.
know-
You're cool. This guy, though. This guy, though, bro. This cuh. I don't-
It's because his truck doesn't burn, man.
Damn. I'm just
All
gonna
right,
say
brother.
bye to him, bro.
All right, bro. Take care, bro. Clay, take care, brother.
Pew. Pew.
What the heck?
Chandler.
Damn. So yeah, like we were saying about New Texas Pro. Like I said, it's one of the up and coming. I've seen the cards. I've seen how the shows is going
Yeah.
so far.
I think, I really wanted to bring independent wrestling back to Abeline. Is where I was born and raised, where I moved from, now where I'm living. And it's really cool. I think I get to take people who I see a lot of potential, a lot of talent, people like Mysterious Q or, like like Roxy. I really was trying to give her a platform to do some cool things. And, for me, it's cool to wrestle in my hometown, but it's not about me. It's, about giving back to people who I think, have potential and want it and are hungry. And, Abilene is taken to it. We draw, 250 people every show. And, like I said, man, it's been a different experience in my wrestling career, but definitely gratifying from a friend of a lot of the people who I see, are becoming successful, kind of growing as the Texas independent scene are growing too. So I think it's really cool, man. I'm really enjoying it. It's cool. It's different, but it's cool.
So that's great. All right. So any events coming up soon for New Texas Pro?
Yeah, we have Breakout, which is in Colorado City, which is Max Height's hometown, on February the 1st, when Max Height and Rob Love are going one-on-one for the new Lone Star Championship. March the 21st, we have Catch 22, Kylie Reyes coming back to Abilene on that one. Then we're co-promoting with Sabotage and Heavy Metal for Don't Fuck with Texas on March 28th right here at the 502 bar. And co-promoting with Inspire and Sabotage, Lucha Brutal, and Heavy Metal for Texas Forever and Mania at Tampa on Mania weekend there on Thursday, April 2nd. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming up for New Texas Pro, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, man, I think that Texas Forever show is gonna be pretty great. Gonna showcase some great Texas talent that everything in the world has to see. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we announced Ricky Starks today. He won the NWA television title, right? TV title? Okay. He won the TV title, and, we've announced Hyon and Texas #1 enemy, Tom Lawler. But, we got a lot more big names coming that we haven't announced yet. But it's going to be a big show, man. It's going to be a lot of eyes on Texas wrestling, and that's, another important thing for me.
So that's good. Okay, so let's talk a little bit back to your personal wrestling. All right, so any dream opponents you'd like to wrestle anywhere? Any doesn't matter from where.
Man, dream opponents. I think like tonight was a challenge for me, right? Like stepping in the ring with Ruben Steele, who was a completely different style than when I was last year when I wrestled Max Heights, and I enjoyed the challenge. I don't know if there's, last year I got a chance to wrestle a lot of people who I wanted to wrestle. There at Heavy Metal Thunder. This year any challenges that someone puts ahead of me, I'm going to try to make the best of it. Tonight I'm stepping out of my element, and I felt like I felt like I hit a home run, and I felt like me and Ruben did a great job, and that's kind of how 2020 is for me. Like, throw something at me, and I'll make the best of it, and we're going to make it happen. So I know no dream opponents per se, like put someone out there, but we're going to do some cool things. That's for sure.
Whoever's down, just go right at it.
You know what? George Kittle from the San Francisco 49ers. Look, if you can hear me, WrestleMania weekend, that's my dream opponent. I'm going to put this title on the line for George Kittle. Listen to me, George Kittle. You Gronk wannabe. I'm going to knock your block off and send you back to the Niners after Patrick Mahomes beats you and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Take that to the bank.
Well, I'm kind of salty because I'm a Niners fan, but hey, man, George Kittle, take the challenge, dude. I'll really appreciate that.
Title on the line, George. Come on for it, boy. You know you want it.
All right. So, any words you want to give out to advice to the people that want to join in the pro wrestling business?
Get in shape. Realize it's not going to be easy. There's going to be hurdles. But if you love it and you want it, go for it, man. That's what I tell you.
Some weird words of advice, guys. And anywhere the fans can follow you on social media?
At Kiefer Bartek Pro on Instagram and Twitter, and Kiefer Bartek on Facebook. It was like my personal page that ended up being my wrestling page, but whatever. I don't care. Just follow me on something.
All right, guys. We'll also leave the links on the description. Thank you so much, Kiefer. And we'll see you next time, man.
Yes, sir.